Hi friends, today I'd like to answer one of the most common problems that people have with meditation. It's something that many of my students have asked me about, and it's something that I myself struggle with from time to time. That being, how do you meditate when you're too busy to meditate? Let me be honest with you. Today, my mind is racing and I'm incredibly busy. I have a ton of meditation lessons to schedule. I'm revising my book for a new edition. And there's also a bunch of, personal kind of life stuff going on. So my mind is racing like a hamster on a wheel. Now, it's not exactly easy to meditate when your mind is racing like that. But on the other hand, it's not actually easy to be productive and to get things done when your mind is racing. When your mind is racing, I don't know about you, but myself, personally, I constantly jump from one thing to another, and I might never get one individual thing done because I'm just bouncing all over the place. So it's times like this. It's times when you're really busy and when your mind is racing that it can be hardest to meditate, but also when you need to meditate the most, because an unfocused mind is an unproductive mind. If you want to get your to-do list done, you need to focus, and blinking heck is hot. Sorry. If you want to get things done, you need to focus so that you can be productive. And that's why, even though meditation is incredibly hard at these times, it's also incredibly important. So how do you meditate when you are too busy to meditate? So I found that there are two main strategies that people try to use when they're too busy to meditate. The first is that they'll simply say, well, I don't have time to meditate, so I won't meditate at all. The problem with that is that if your mind is racing and you're so busy, you're not going to be focused, you're not going to be productive, and you're not going to get much done. The second strategy that people try to use is that they force themselves to do a full-on meditation session. Like 20 minutes or 40 minutes or whatever your regular meditation session is, you try to force yourself to do that when you're very busy. Now, it's understandable because you want to calm your mind and to clear your mind so you can be productive. And so it is quite understandable that you might try and do a full-on meditation session. The problem with that is that you kind of get agitated because while you're trying to meditate, you're also thinking, God, I don't have time to do this. I've got so much stuff going on. I've got so much to deal with. Why am I meditating? And you kind of get irritated with yourself while you're meditating, which of course is counterproductive to the entire thing. So here is what I personally like to do when meditating. Isn't that right, Mr. Buddha? Yes, sir. So what I personally like to do when meditating, and when I'm really, really busy, is I'll say to myself, okay, I'm just going to meditate for 5 minutes. I'm not going to go more than 5 minutes, because if I try to force myself to meditate for more than 5 minutes, then I'm going to get agitated. I'm going to possibly be kind of resentful, or no, that's not the right word, but I'm going to just be irritated that I'm having to meditate, and that's going to prevent me from being successful in it. Whereas if I say, okay, look, I can take 5 minutes. I'm going to take just 5 minutes, right? It's literally 300 seconds. I can take those 5 minutes, those 300 seconds to just stop for a little bit to get my mind back into balance, to calm my mind, to clear my mind. I could take just those 5 minutes to do that. And in calming and clearing my mind, I'll then be much more productive. So that is the first thing that I do, and I'm going to lead you through that 5-minute meditation in just a minute, and I'm also going to upload it separately on our YouTube channel. So I will stop and meditate for 5 minutes, and I'll generally just do basic Anapanasati meditation, just mindfulness of breath, or something like Zazen. Actually, Zazen is really good if your mind is very busy, because having your eyes just a little bit open can help you to not go into that kind of hyperactive mind state that you often get in when you're too busy. And you can find Zazen and Anapanasati on our YouTube channel. So something simple like that, I'll just do that for 5 minutes to calm and clear my mind. Okay. At the end of that meditation session, what I'll do is choose one thing to do. One thing. Very, very important that you say to yourself, okay, I've calmed and cleared my mind. I am going to do one thing. And do that thing in the way that Buddhists do soji. So in Buddhism, there's this concept of soji, which is basically mindfully doing chores, like mindfully sweeping and things like that. So what you're going to do, you're going to choose one thing on your to-do list, one thing, and do it mindfully. Now, because you're doing it mindfully, that actually continues your meditation session. So you've meditated for 5 minutes. Now you're being mindful, doing one chore. Then, after you've finished doing that one chore mindfully, you're going to go back and do a 1 minute breathing meditation session, and then choose the next thing and do that mindfully. So all in all, the entire process looks like this. You stop for 5 minutes. You do 5 minutes of just Anapanasati or Zazen or something relatively simple like that. That calms and clears your mind. At the end, before you finish your meditation session, at the end, but before you actually finish, choose one singular thing on your to-do list to do. Do that thing mindfully, because that will continue your meditation practice. Then, go back and meditate for one individual minute, then do the next thing mindfully, 1 minute meditation, and so on. So all in all, it looks like 5 minutes of meditation, one mindful chore, 1 minute of meditation, one mindful chore, 1 minute of meditation, one mindful chore. That will keep you relaxed, focused, and productive for the entire day. Now, I did say that I was going to lead us through the simple 5 minute meditation session that I like to do. So let's get into that now, should we? Yes. So let's sit comfortably with good posture, and we'll just gently close our eyes. Now remembering that we're coming into this with a busy mind, so let's accept that. Let's acknowledge and let's just accept and say, yes, my mind is busy at the moment, but I'm going to spend just 5 minutes mindful breathing. Now let's take a deep breath in through the nose to a count of 4. And then we'll pause for 4. And breathe out through the mouth for 4. Again, pause for 4. And repeat. And so here we're just doing box breathing. That is, we're breathing in those cycles of 4. The reason why it's really good to use box breathing when your mind is busy is that research shows that rhythmic breathing in that way with equal parts really helps to calm and clear the mind. And so we're just doing those breathing in cycles of 4. And simply observing the breath moving through the body. Now, because again this is a busy day, naturally the mind will be somewhat more distracted than normal. And your mind might bounce from breath to thought, breath to thought. That's a completely normal and it's completely natural and understandable. So, almost like a good friend, just say to your mind, hey, you're bouncing around at the moment. It's okay to just take a few moments right now to simply observe the breath and then guide your mind back to your breath. And it is like you're doing that like a friend, just saying, hey, it's okay. You're bouncing around a little bit. Let me show you back home. Let me show you back to your breath. And then we just continue to observe the breath moving through the body. I do recommend on your busy days when your mind is racing that you do use that rhythmic box breathing for the entire 5 minutes. And then whenever you are ready to end your meditation session, you're going to end it slowly. And remember, you're going to choose the one thing on your to-do list to do after this. So let's say, saying to ourselves, my meditation session is coming to an end. I am consciously choosing to focus on sweeping, for instance, after this. And then we're going to very gradually open our eyes to a count of 5. It's 1 and 2. And as we're opening our eyes, we're bringing with us that increased focus and relaxation. And 3 and 4 and 5. And then stop. And now say to yourself, I'm going to do the one thing that I've chosen to do, and I'm going to do it mindfully. And then go into that thing and do it mindfully. And on completion of that, return to your breath for 1 more minute before doing the next thing. And that will help you to stay calm and focused, which is excellent on good days, because a calm, focused mind is a productive mind. And that is how you meditate on busy days. Thank you ever so much. If you would like to take a private session with me, come see me on thedailymeditation.com. And if you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate all your support, and I'll see you next time.